Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about preclinical screening of diuretics agents. There are several methods available for screening of diuretics in vivo as well as in vitro methods are available. But today we are going to discuss about Lipschitz test only. Now, very first thing, what is diuretics? So, diuretics, these are the drugs or these are the class of drugs which increases the flow of urine. And these diuretics agents, they are useful in the treatment of various cardiovascular disorders. They are also useful in the case of the poisoning, glaucoma, edema. So, these agents are very much useful. So any drug which have the diuretic type of activity can be screened using the preclinical screening methods. So here we are going to discuss this first method that is described by Lipschitz et al. In 1943. This method is based on the excretion of water and sodium, and these are compared by the test animal as compared to that of the animal which are treated with the standard drug. Now, in this case, we need animal, particularly male rat, whose weight is 100 to 200 gram. Then, metabolic cage is important to collect the urine sample. These metabolic cage having certain advantages that they are used to collect urine and fecal sample from the small animals like rodents, rats, mice. These samples can be used to check the various biochemical parameters and ionic concentrations. Then from this metabolic cage one can understand the amount of food as well as water consumption by the rat during his study period. Now, for this experiment, two groups can be made with three animals, and these animals were placed into the metabolic cage. Before experiments, rats were fed with standard diet and water at libitum. But 15 hours prior to experiments, food and water shall be withdrawn. Urine excreted from the animal is recorded 5 hours and after 24 hours, and from this sample sodium content was determined using flame photometry. How this experiment is carried out, let's see the metabolic cage and its description. Hello friends, this is metabolic cage, and this cage is used for collection of urine and fecal material from the experimental animal. This metabolic cage is useful to screen the activity like diuretic activity, those drugs which having diuretic property. These drugs can be screened using this metabolic cage. I will explain you how this metabolic cage will work. Now here there is a simple cage, as our cage like cage is there. Then you can remove this lid and put the animal in the cage. I will put the animal here in the cage. Put the animal into the cage, then you close this lid. Now here in this instrument you can find there is one attachment where you can put the feed and close this. This is a water bottle, it having specific marking so that one can come to know that within 24 hours how much water intake was there. You can put the water here. Then from this feed one can know that how much feed is consumed. Here there is a one test tube. From that test tube one can understand the amount of water consumed by the animal. Now whatever the fecal material is there and urine is there, actually in diuretic activity we always collect 24 hours urine sample. So once you have kept the animal here, after 24 hours you have to get the urine sample.
So this urine sample is dropped from this sieve which is there on the cage. This urine sample get fell down here into the funnel and then it will go inside. So here there is a such arrangement is there. If you remove it, you can observe, and on this arrangement there is a small bulb shape structure, and when urine fell down they will collected here. So after 24 hours you can uh, get this urine which get collected, and that urine, filtered that urine, this urine can be used for estimation of various biochemical parameters, then urine parameters. Actually in diuretic activity, the drugs which increases the flow of urine or the amount of urine and excrete the ions, they are tested here. So any activity which need to check the urinary content or the biochemical estimation in the urine, in that case we use this metabolic cage. So at a time one animal we can keep into the metabolic cage, and after 24 hours you can remove the sample. So similarly, one, you can divide your animal into the different group. One group is a control animal. You can keep the control animal one by one and collect the urine. Then you can use your test uh, animal which are treated by the test drug, and then your standard drug. And then by this way after 24 hours you can collect the urine sample and find out the urine volume, then urine content, then sodium potassium ions by flame photometry. Thank you.
So I think you understand how this metabolic cage is utilized. So in this case, the standard drugs you can use a higher dose of urea, and treatment dose or treated dose, the drug which the unknown drug you can use as a treated animals. Now after that, after 24 hours or 5 hours, whatever the urine sample you have collected, from that you can calculate the Lipschitz value, and the equation for calculating these Lipschitz values are urine output in test drug treated animals divided by urine output in standard drug treated animals. If the indices of value is more than or equal to 1, considered as a positive diuretic effect. If it is more than 2, then consider it as a potent diuretic activity. Sometimes the dose response curve can be established by collecting using various doses of the drug and collecting the urine sample. In that case, you can observe the loop diuretics. They shows the characteristic step dose response curve. Soluretic activity can be tested using this test. Soluretics means these are the drugs which promotes the excretion of salt in the urine, particularly sodium, chloride, potassium, etc. For certain drugs like hydrochlorothiazide, this Lipschitz value is given, it is 1.8. For loop diuretics like furosemide and bumetanide or pyretinide, it reach up to the 4 for as a Lipschitz value. So by using these simple methods, one can identify the diuretic activity of unknown compound. Thank you.